Ooh, that is quite nice if I do say so myself. A little bit of whiskey, a little bit of lemon carbonated water. Perfect whiskey highball if I do say so myself. The only thing that could make it more perfect is if the mixer was a little bit colder. I did have it in the fridge for like an hour and a half before the live stream, but that's not quite long enough. You know, that crisp, cold, like 2 weeks in the fridge type of soda, type of carbonated water, that just hits different, I'm not gonna lie. And that's not what I have with me today. But I do need to start like literally putting my mixers in the refrigerator like 2 weeks before live streams, so I get that crisp, cold, like 2 weeks in the garage refrigerator type drinks. And I gotta admit, garage refrigerators, okay. Before we go ahead and get into playing some BeamNG, I want to talk about garage refrigerators real quick. I don't know if y'all have ever used a garage refrigerator. I, in my entire life, have only used garage refrigerators a couple times at friends' houses and stuff like that kind of thing, because I didn't grow up having a garage refrigerator. But oh my god, having used the garage refrigerator at friends' places and stuff like that kind of thing, holy crap, they're insanely based. Garage refrigerators are like the best thing ever. You have your garage in your kitchen for your food, and then you put all your beers in the garage refrigerator, and you just have beers and mixers and liquor and all that kind of thing in the garage refrigerator. Garage refrigerators are insanely based, and what you do is you just get the cheapest refrigerator possible, because you don't need nothing more than the cheapest refrigerator possible to keep your beer cool. Now that's what I'm saying. Now, what about garage freezers, though? Garage freezers, I think, are based as hell as well. Like, garage refrigerators are awesome, but garage freezers are pretty epic as well. Although, I don't know if I could personally warrant one, even if I had a garage, just because I don't generally have that much stuff in my freezer. Like, if you're somebody that hunts and stuff like that kind of thing, and you've got like a whole deer you need to freeze, having a garage freezer makes absolute sense. Like, if you get like a whole cow and that's your beef for the year, having a garage freezer makes sense. But personally, I just don't think I can warrant a garage freezer right now. But a garage refrigerator, man, let me tell y'all what, if I had a garage, I would have a garage refrigerator. I just pick up like the cheapest refrigerator possible and get a garage refrigerator and just pump it up to max. Like, everything in there is gonna be ice slushy, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Garage refrigerators are absolutely awesome. I've never talked about this on video before, but that is an opinion I've held since like literally 10 years ago. I think garage refrigerators are one of the best inventions of all time. And honestly, I think there's a market share for having a garage independent like style of refrigerator. Like, a company should come onto the market and sell refrigerators that are specifically designed for your garage. I don't know. I'm just saying. But also at the same time, that would kind of take away part of the charm of garage refrigerators, because half of the charm of a garage refrigerator is just that it's the cheapest, most grimy refrigerator possible. The inside is clean, but the outside is gross, covered in oil and stuff like that kind of thing. Covered in dust, covered in oil, covered in sawdust, and that's just kind of the vibe of the garage refrigerator. Now, I don't know if garage refrigerators as a concept translates to anywhere but the United States and Canada. Does anywhere but the United States and Canada have garage refrigerators? Like, I feel like garage refrigerators probably not a thing in like Japan or China. They're probably a thing in Australia. So maybe in Australia, but in like, let's say Europe, I feel like that's probably not a thing. One, because garages just aren't as big of a thing in Europe, but also because, I don't know, maybe it's just like an American cultural thing. I have no idea, but garage refrigerators, epic. Dilithium, you're saying, yes, bro, they are just full of drinks. Yes, sir. Big ball of moves. You're saying yours is stacked with White Monster and Nuri protein drinks based. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Half Sour Lizard, you're saying on a farm and stuff, they have them. Okay, that makes sense. Pat Cats, you're saying in Australia, it's a thing based as hell. Michael, you're saying you can confirm Eastern Europe has no garages. Carports, for sure, I feel like at least, but garages, probably not. Karu Spa, you're saying Jeremy Clarkson looks like he has a garage refrigerator. This is very true. I definitely do think he does, but also he has a farm and like multiple warehouses on his farm, which could be considered garages. So I'm thinking like average European home, is there a garage refrigerator? Like, does Jeremy Clarkson have a garage refrigerator? Totally. There ain't no way bro don't have a garage refrigerator kind of thing. I'm thinking like, like Richard Hammond probably has one as well. I would be surprised if James May didn't have one as well. I mean, like he has a refrigerator in his basement, which he has all of his cars in, and he has a kitchen there. So technically, yeah, James May does have a garage refrigerator. It's just in a separate room from his cars, but it's not actually in his house's kitchen because it's in a separate kitchen. So technically, he does have a garage refrigerator, although with a little bit of an asterisk on the end, I would say. Warudo, you're saying your aunt has one in Sweden. Based. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Mary Kamikaze, you're saying it's like the concept of a mechanic shop. There's always something that catches your eye in those places. In the US, it's those refrigerators and the custom shelving from the 80s and 90s. Like the custom shelving with like the pegboards and stuff, I'm assuming is what you're referring to. Yeah, pegboard shelving is awesome. Pegboard shelving is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. And while I have seen many people bringing it back, it needs to be brought back more to the fullest extent kind of thing, because pegboard shelving is just awesome. You can hang your tools on it, you can put shelving up on the pegboards and everything like that. Now, pegboard shelving is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie, and it is very much an American icon, if I do say so myself. Having a fridge in the parents' bedroom is a thing? I don't know about that one. I mean, like, maybe somewhere in the world, not in the United States at least. I mean, like, I've known people who have refrigerators in their own bedroom, but refrigerators in the parents' bedroom, like, when I'm thinking refrigerator in a bedroom kind of thing, it's like a mini fridge, like a full-size refrigerator in the bedroom. I don't know. I've never seen that before. Like, there's even one really amusing Twitch clip that I see, and I'm sure some of y'all have seen as well, where some guy has what looks like a refrigerator behind him in every stream, and he has in every stream. And then somebody finally asks, what's in the refrigerator? And he just picks it up and turns it around, and it's a cardboard cutout. And he just goes off laughing, and he's like, it was all a lie! Such a good clip. That was such a good clip. I love that clip. One of my favorite live stream clips of all time. Absolutely hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. But yeah, no, I've heard of like mini fridges in bedrooms before. I've known people to have mini fridges in their bedrooms before. But like an actual full-size fridge? I don't know. Guess it's an Oriental household thing in Europe, having a big-ass fridge in bedrooms. Okay. Good to know. Maybe it's just something that I can't process because it's such a different cultural thing. But interesting to learn, I will acknowledge. Gotta admit, refrigerators, pretty based. I like keeping my drinks cold. I like keeping my beer cold. I like keeping my food cold. And refrigerators, let me just put it this way. Based. I do like my refrigerators, that is for sure.